Ja, dann schauen wir mal im Fernseher.
That TV had every possible function, including toasting bread, but not a bloody damn power button. I needed the remote control if I wanted to turn it on.
Schauen wir mal ins Regal.
With blood and sweat, I had completed that collection of action figures when I was a kid. After GreenDart, it was my biggest triumph.
GreenDart. Das an Green Lantern erinnern oder an... Gibt es da nicht so noch einen Helden? So Green... Irgendwas? Ach, da ist doch eine Fernbedienung. Ein Rollwagen.
What the hell was my remote control doing in there?
Und auf geht's. Jetzt bringen wir den Fernseher zum Sprechen.
The TV didn't turn on. The batteries were probably dead. And the closest retailer was half an hour away by foot. Damn batteries. There must be some way to give you even a little boost. The universal remote control for my original pony. The best of the worst.
Genau. Was haben wir denn hier alles? Rollwagen. Hier rausgehen, da haben wir noch ein Poster. Pinnwand.
I had nothing to hang at the moment, and there was nothing interesting among the items already posted.
Foto.
Claudio, the owner of the bar where I worked many years before, sitting at the piano was his wife. Della tried many times to teach me to strum, but with very bad results.
Limpern. Okay.
I didn't want anything from the bar. I barely drank, especially when I was working on a case.
Ist da ein Magnet? Magnet ist immer gut für eine Fernbedienung.
Maybe. Or maybe not. The UFO magnet I had stolen long ago from one of my neighbors, Richard. It kept the device thermostat held in position. Removing it would drop the temperature as low as it could go. But, alright, I rarely ate the junk food in my fridge anyway. Maybe. Or maybe not.
Okay, jetzt haben wir schon mal Magneten.
Inside that fridge, there wasn't even misery left.
Wie in jeder Junggesellenwohnung, oder? Mehr oder minder. So, schauen wir mal den Nachttisch. Oh, das ist ja ein tolles Bild.
The cell phone was inside the nightstand, comfortably resting in the underwear drawer. When I bent down to pick it up, I found myself looking at my parents' photograph. Mom and Dad, on holidays in Greece during their honeymoon. Dad with his typical sly look, Mom with an unlikely 80s rock star hairstyle. We always used to make fun of her for that juvenile look. How long had it been since I left Italy? And them. Looking at that photo always left me with a sour taste in my mouth, but that wasn't the right time to get lost in memories. I had a cell phone to retrieve and an investigation to continue. The night before, I'd even been able to deactivate that paid weather service. I could finally use the phone to do what it was designed for, making phone calls.
Check. Schauen wir nochmal ins Bett.
Bobby was down there for a reason, to protect me from nightmares.
So.
I'd remove it only in case of extreme need.
Okay. Okay. Schauen wir uns mal das Bild an.
It represented the Sacred Heart of Jesus, a Christian symbol of worship. My grandma insisted that I take it with me to America for protection, but to be honest, I always found it, slightly gruesome.
Bettenstummel im Bett. Wunderbar. So. Mehr gibt's hier nicht. Ist nur noch die Toilette. Schauen wir mal. Was stand doch da? Pinnwand, Kühlschrank, Bar. Was haben wir denn jetzt alles? Handy mit...
I thought it was better to look for another solution.
Können wir jetzt die Fernbedienung
First, I
benutzen?
needed to charge it somehow.
Irgendwie aufladen. Dann hilft da nicht eigentlich das Fahrrad. Können wir mal rausgehen.
If I left then, I wouldn't know what to look for precisely. First, I needed to find some information.
Ja, schauen wir nochmal den Rollwagen.
I didn't want anything from the trolley.
Schau dir nochmal das Poster an.
The poster claimed that the cold filled you with energy. I wondered if that was true. Always preferred the sea to the mountains.
Ah, dann machen wir dann halt die Fernbedienung in den Kühlschrank.
I read somewhere once that a dead battery could regain a small amount of energy in an extremely cold environment.
Ein
Could
extrem
it be
kalt.
true, this story of batteries recharging in the cold? Hey, maybe that's what igloos are. Huge batteries shaped like houses. Oh, that would explain why Eskimos wear gloves, to prevent electric shocks.
Genau. Aber nur deswegen.
It was time to discover if my limited physics knowledge would help me or not.
Genau. Schnell ihn zurück in die wärmende Tasche. Körperwärme abkriegt.
The house of famous tycoon Eric Molsberg, where an attempted break-in was reported last night. No statement has been released either from the police or the family, so the specifics of the offense are still shrouded in mystery. The only detail that has been leaked so far is some strange graffiti drawn on the front of the mansion, probably left by the same individual or group that attempted the late-night illegal entry. As you can see behind me, the symbol appears to have been applied using an enormous quantity of blood, perhaps of a human nature. We await confirmation on the origin of the liquid, with hopes that it isn't the blood of young Catherine Molsberg. Stay tuned to this network for further developments. From Gwendolyn Pratt, back to you in the newsroom.
That symbol on the wall. I saw it even before that swine of a hack opened her mouth. It was identical to the seal on the letter I had just received. I had no doubt anymore. Blowtorch was pulling out all the stops to finish our challenge in style. I toyed with the idea of contacting Burton to bring him up to speed on the situation, but I scrapped that thought. If I could close the case myself, my superiors would be forced to reinstate me into the department. Was it really worth the risk of falling straight into a trap? Or was I kidding? I was never the kind of man to back down from a challenge, no matter how dangerous it may be. It was high time to let the world see what I was worth. I wouldn't be remembered as the detective that let one of the worst serial killers in the history of Miami slip away.
Jo, mach mal einen Haken dran. Ah, das ist eine wunderschöne Aussicht. Muss man auch mal sagen. Können wir ja gehen, oder?
The thing to do next was retrieve GreenDart, just in case I needed to race off in pursuit of Ramos. My beloved bike had been left at the HPD the night before. To recover it, a long walk awaited me. Hey, Richie. How's it going?
Hello, Lazarus.
Richard, we've been neighbors for 5 years now. What do you think about finally calling me Lars?
I like the sound of Lazarus.
There's something magnetic about it, don't you think?
Speaking of
Magnetisch.
magnetism, do you still have that magnet I loaned you?
Yeah, well, you know, it's complicated.
What do you mean by complicated? You didn't lose it, did you?
No, not lost. No. I used it in a secret mission.
My magnet. In a secret mission.
Very, very secret. So secret I can't tell you anything about it.
Well, do me a favor and get it back to me as soon as possible. It's a fond family memory.
And that's what it would remain for poor Richard. A memory.
Boah, irgendwelche guten
Any good
Nachrichten.
news in the mailbox?
Once you could find love letters inside. Now it's just bills and a mountain of advertising. Do
Bingo.
you even read the advertisements they send you?
No, I just use it to ignite the coal at the barbecues with my colleagues. See you soon, Richie.
Sure, at next Sunday's residence meeting. You'll come, right?
I have a previously scheduled engagement.
Sorry, did I say Sunday? I meant Saturday.
Even worse, I have to attend a funeral.
Oh, too bad. Then my condolences.
The only one who'd die would be me if I went to another one of those stupid meetings of boredom.
Alle Register werden hier gezogen. Alle Register. Schauen wir mal in unserem Briefkasten.
I was sure I would find only bills and late payment warnings. Sometimes it's better not to know, so I didn't open it.
Okay, was haben wir denn da? Was ist das? Baumelnder
Parmesan had
Parmesan.
been dangling from the ceiling for years, and by now, it had reached a very strong seasoning. I used to prepare a trap for a rat that was haunting the attic. I almost managed to grab it when the floor decided to collapse underneath my feet. And what's worse, I disastrously landed on the floor beneath, causing that huge hole. Moral of the story? The Parmesan was still hanging from those wires, and I had started to hate rats.
Erzählt uns nur die Geschichte vom Parmesan.
For months, I kept asking and asking Miss Joyce to repair that hole. Sooner or later, I would fall through it again.
Ja. Tja. Wem passiert denn hier immer Unglück? Aber schöne Wohnung hat er. Definitiv. HBT Hausquartier. Dann können wir zum Lars ansprechen. Genau. Coral Gaps, West Miami International Airport, Miami Springs, Hialeah. Dann machen wir da mal HBD
I found a
Hauptquartier.
very bad surprise waiting for me outside the office. Those idiots in the department had pierced a tire of my beloved GreenDart. Furthermore, the bike was locked to the streetlight with its chain. We, though, probably had the keys, but for the tire, I would have to come up with something. One thing was for sure, I wouldn't leave the HPD without my GreenDart.
Mission erkannt. Was haben wir denn? Ein Hydrant und ein Poster.
Bullets in Love, the box office smash hit movie of the recent months. The classic predictable thriller where at the end the killer turns out to be, spoiler alert, the main character.
Ist das hier auch so?
I had a vision of me uprooting the hydrant with my bare hands and then crooning, I'm singing in the rain, under the water pressure jet. I don't know why, but I've always had a penchant for musicals.
Musiker sind speziell.
A fiery red sports car. I prefer two-wheeled vehicles by far, but that one just had a certain something.
Jupp, Willow, was hast du denn da? Ein Marker?
Hey, Willow, do you mind if I borrow this marker for a while?
What do you have to do?
I don't know why precisely. I might need it eventually.
I, on the contrary, may need it for work, so the answer is no.
Hey, Willow.
Oh, it's just you.
Who else would it be?
A government inspector, maybe? They're everywhere these days.
We are the HPD, the last place a government inspector would check.
We work for justice, so we're all clean and spotless. Is that what you think?
Actually, if we're talking about being clean, that doesn't really apply anymore. Listen, it's you has the keys to GreenDart, right?
Yes, the chief inspector entrusted their custody to me. Can you show me an identification document?
Willow, if you don't give me the keys to my GreenDart right now...
I'll make an exception to the rule.
Er sieht ganz schön schläfrig aus. Das ist wahrscheinlich dieser Arzt hier.
Where did the second key come from? That's not mine.
The keys were delivered to me as you see them, but if you want to fill out a complaint form...
I'll keep them this way.
Was zur Hölle ist mit meinem GreenDart
What?
passiert?
The hell happened to my GreenDart?
The
Oder
vehicle
so.
has a puncture on the front tire. Not only that, it's chained to a lamppost.
Do you have any idea who perpetrated this offense?
I don't have all the necessary evidence to make an assessment. Do you want to press charges?
It'd be a waste of time. Instead, do you know where there's a bike shop around here so I can buy a new tire?
There's one 5 blocks away from here, along the promenade.
It took me 2 hours just to get here from my house. I can't afford to lose the whole day. I'll manage some other way.
So ein
Have you got
Kaugummi?
any spare chewing gum?
It depends. Who's asking?
Was
The
denn?
President of the United States.
Very funny. I might have some more. Yes.
Well, perfect. That's exactly what I need.
Don't get any ideas. I'm done giving you things for free.
Come on.
More.
Stop talking nonsense and give me some gum.
Okay. Bring me the latest edition of Play Guy and maybe we can talk about it.
Was?
I'm alone all day down here. I have to find some way to pass the time.
Looks like I might have
genau.
to spend the day running errands for this paranoid. On the other side of the street is a newsstand. I better hurry up if I don't want to waste too much time.
Mal ein kleines bisschen Sprache leiser und den Sound.
Hey, Willow.
Ich gehe
I'll go
nachsehen.
check if the package I've been waiting on for 3.5 months has arrived.
Gut. Okay, dann gehen wir mal einmal rüber. Klingt auch. Geht er denn jetzt rum? Ach so, da ist kein Platz. Sowas. Mensch, ist ja viel los. Hat eine neue Ausgabe. Sprechen wir erstmal mit ihm.
Good morning, Didier.
Bonjour, Detective.
You're still practicing your French, I see.
Je suis really French detective. How many times do I have to tell you?
Come on, cut the act. Just give me a copy of Play Guy, please.
Do you plan to pay this time?
Pay? You're particularly funny today, Didier.
I cannot extend you any more credit, detective. Your account has so many zeros that I struggle to read the total.
I refuse to pay even 1 penny to do Willow a favor.
On the other hand, Inspector Barton has left something paid for you.
Oh, Ollie.
Seamus is really funny. Was it my fault that Ramos was a mountain of a man?
That is all for now. See you soon, detective.
By the way, your fake pronunciation sucks.
Wenn ihr
If
im
I ever had the need
Werkzeugkasten.
for those tools, I would know where to look.
Was haben wir denn noch? Ein Eimer mit Farbe.
Putting it in my pocket was out of the question. I'd have sullied my amazing coat. If needed, I could have used it on the spot.
Das ist Farbe, ja. Was macht er denn da?
Hello.
How can I help you?
You're doing a really great job.
You can say that again, my friend. Nobody does grout work like this these days. Listen to old Tom. That's not just a wall, it is art.
If he could, that man would have exhibited his stuccoed wall in the Louvre of Paris, near the Mona Lisa.
Ja, mindestens.
Is that magazine on the wall yours?
Of course it's mine. What a question.
Well, this is a very difficult situation to explain. In short, I urgently need that magazine.
I understood full well what kind of urgency we're talking about. But unfortunately, I have an urgency even greater than yours.
So.
Look at those soft curves, those gentle shades.
Please, let's not get into any details.
What are you suggesting? My urgency is art. I need that magazine as inspiration for my walls. So I can't
So?
give it to you. Go to the newsstand and buy a copy like everyone else.
Well, I tried asking politely. Now I'd have to graduate to cunningly stealing.
Was haben wir denn da? Eine Familie.
With his mother distracted, stealing
Der
the
Junge
balloon
ist
and
3
lollipop
oder
from
wie?
the kid would be child's play. How low I've sunk.
So uns
The
mal die
fountain wasn't
Schwimmbrille.
especially elaborate, and to tell the truth, it also seemed out of place. It emitted a hypnotic water jet, though, neither too violent nor too calm.
Cool.
The sun up in the sky, a fiery red balloon, and a lollipop. I would have gladly changed places with that kid.
Yep. So, wen haben wir denn drüben noch? Ein Straßenkünstler. Poster.
He's getting down with that guitar. Ramos was everywhere, constantly reminding me of the thrashing I suffered.
Ja, armer Junge. Was haben wir denn noch?
The
Backstein.
wall had recently been stuccoed, so it definitely had more refined look compared to the rest of the building.
Ja, vor allen Dingen, warum ist hier einfach eine Mauer? Sieht fast aus, als wäre sie mitten auf der Straße. Ah. So, und denn da, wir können wieder zurückgehen. Magneten. Schlüssel und Magazinmüll, also manchmal das.
Maybe, or maybe not. Yes, I would rapidly switch the covers so that the Mason wouldn't notice the disappearance of his magazine.
Das funktionieren soll.
Now I felt more at ease. The cover depicted a muscled man in a military pose. The contents, though, were much more interesting.
Okay. Cool, haben wir das. Linker Finger. Definitiv. Wunderbar, gefällt mir. So, ja, Willow. Auf geht's.
Here you are, you filthy pervert.
But these were not the kinds of pecs I really wanted to see.
Take the cover off, you idiot.
Oh, now I get it.
Don't get smart. Now, I want the chewing gum we agreed on.
Sieht aus, als schläft er ein. Wie im
Help yourself,
Mittelalter.
but make sure you're not seen. It could look like attempted bribery.
Doch so einen kleinen Akzent, oder? Kann es manchmal sein. Kaugummi. GreenDart. Uralter Trick.
The chewing gum was exactly what I needed to fix the bike.
Oh, nein.
I prayed it didn't stick to my gloves or I'd have to spend half a day cleaning them.
Zieh doch die Handschuhe aus, wenn du
The
Angst
chain
hast, dass
remained the
dran
last
klebt.
obstacle to freedom, but fortunately, I had the keys with me.
Wunderbar. Was müssen wir jetzt machen? Dann muss sich GreenDart von seinem Schloss befreien. Okay. Boah.
What clumsy hands!
I had...
Was ein
I
Krampf.
think I felt a twinge in my hand.
And you scored. What a shot!
Which physical law of the universe causes keys to inevitably fall inside the only manhole nearby? Opening the grate with bare hands was impossible. Besides, inside it seemed empty. So I imagined there must be a long drop beneath it. I saw no alternative. To recover the key, I would need to penetrate the sewers, but this would take time, and I had already wasted too much. By then, the sun was almost setting. I decided to head out immediately, hoping not to miss the appointment. When I reached the place, the sun had already set.
Meine Güte.
An old, desolate alley in West Miami. I didn't know what to expect yet. I had to move cautiously.
Das kannst du doch sehr gut.
It seemed like a vending machine for chewing gum, but actually it contained soft marshmallows.
Nochmal welche.
It seemed like a vending machine.
Ja, ich weiß. Was denn hier? Müll. Müll ist immer... Oh, Katze.
Damn cat.
Ach,
A TV and bits and pieces. Boxes, empty bottles of detergent, junk.
mhm. Dann haben wir dann eine Tür.
The kitchen was closed. Whatever I might find in that alley, it would not be in there.
Da haben wir noch eine obdachlose Person.
Are you okay? No answer. Not even a twitch or perceptible movement. Then I realized how things really were. The man wasn't breathing.
Hm. Nein. Eine Puppe.
What the?
Das ist ja mal ein guter Einfall.
Bundy, forgive this production, but I can't be with you in person for reasons beyond my control. The young Malsberg's kidnapping is just the first piece of a complex puzzle, a plan which, if not stopped, threatens to drag all of us to our doom. I leave the responsibility in your hands, Detective. Catherine Malsberg must be found, and her kidnappers brought to justice. Look for my symbol.
Hilft uns, oder wie?
I forced myself to interpret all this like a very bad joke. I failed. I started with the conviction to end my challenge with Ramos, and yet I found myself receiving a brand new one. The tone of that man suggested only determination, not a single trace of mockery, or even a perceptible tremble. That guy really believed what he said. I immediately realized that he wasn't a mythomaniac. Racking my brain would have been useless, so I decided to go back home and sleep on it. Maybe the night would bring much-needed insight, and the next day I'd know what to do.
That mask is so stylish. Ja, 12. November, Lars Wohnung. Wow, ist das
As
immer
was
noch?
happening more and more often, I hadn't slept much, and I almost had the feeling I dreamed everything. Had I really received a bloody challenge from a lunatic with a mask?
Oh, sieht ganz anders aus.
I needed confirmation, and the HPD office seemed the best place to look for it. Today's Miami Harbinger. Who knows if it might suggest something interesting.
Ja, bevor man in die Zeitung schaut, würde ich sagen, machen wir einen Cut. Wir sehen uns in der nächsten Session wieder. Zu The Hand of Chloe. Gefällt mir tatsächlich. Detektiv. Boah, entspannte Rätsel bis jetzt. Guck mal, relativ gut. Und einen grandiosen Humor. Was will man mehr, oder? Also dann, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.